Sport is superstition, science, family, drama, love, theatre. It's everything. That's why we've made a betting brand for sports fans. That's Betr. Gamble responsibly.
Is the sixth man of the year award a two-horse race? Well, we're going to find out shortly as we welcome back our man Carlos Boozer to find out. Welcome, Carlos.
Thanks for having me, guys.
It's great to have you back. Now, can you split Malcolm Brogdon and Russell Westbrook as the two players packing the biggest punch off the bench?
Yeah, they're both having great seasons. My slight edge goes to Russell Westbrook. I mean, this guy was an MVP of the league one time. Most guys have a hard time getting told, hey, listen, at this stage in your career, you got to go to the bench. He's embraced it with open arms. He's having a phenomenal season, giving them a huge pack off the bench. Had triple-doubles in a lot of the games that he's played off the bench. My nod goes to Russell Westbrook.
Are you sticking with Carlos with Westbrook, or are you leaning towards Brogdon?
I'm going to go with Brogdon there, Dicko. I think Brogdon has contributed more to winning. I think that's exactly what we're talking about, right? Like, Carlos is talking about Russell. He's accepted the role as a sixth man. Problem is, the Lakers still stink. Whereas Brogdon heads to Boston, looks awesome, and is putting up pretty great numbers, right? Like 14, 4, and 3 for our man Malcolm. And but he's actually contributing to winning. And I think that's probably going to be the one that probably gives him the edge in the end, because Boston are the best team in the NBA. The Lakers are in, not even in the playoff picture just yet in the West. So I'm probably going to give the edge to Brogdon.
Now, Carlos had a big chuckle when you went, the Lakers stink. All right, now, Carlos, is Norman Powell the best value and the likely challenger to the top two? He's playing some really strong minutes at the death.
He's doing a great job. And he had a great poster the other day when he dunked. I can't remember who he dunked on, but it was a great play. Now, Powell's been one of the better guys in the league for a long time. One of the better six-man. I mean, he was in Toronto playing great defense, knocking down shots, had a good playoff run. He's definitely doing his job, and I think his stock has gone through the roof.
What do you think, Norman Powell? Carlos is saying his stocks have gone through the roof.
I love it, Storm and Norman. He actually sort of fits this idea of the six-man perfectly, right? He comes in, he's the absolute gunner. Like, you want to assist numbers, you're not getting it from Norman Powell. He's shooting it every time, which is like the actual mold of the six-man and the six-man award, right? Like, that's the Jam and Jamal Crawford vibes. That's Lou Williams. It's these guys. Norman Powell probably fits that better than Brogdon and Westbrook even. So, to be honest, I think if the Clippers have a really good last third of this season, you'll see Norm just absolutely skyrocket, and you better buy those stocks, I reckon, if Carlos is selling them. So off we go.
I'll buy anything that Carlos is selling. Don't worry about that. All right, now, James, Tyrese Maxey is the third pick, but is he too short given that he's only come off the bench 10 times through 50 games?
Well, I mean, he is pretty short, Dicko. That's, it's not his fault. Come on, mate. But the vibe is Maxey's probably the best scorer of this bunch. He absolutely lights it up. The thing is, he started probably too many times to actually win this award. But the thing is, he is so talented. Had he has started the season, like coming off the bench, not playing next to James Harden, they tried to make that fit work. It very clearly defensively was like a little bit of a letdown. Now you let Maxey come off the bench, run that secondary sort of unit for the Sixers, and he's delivering. His per 36 numbers since he's come off the bench are absolutely skyrocketing. And I mean, his averages are like 18 points a game coming off the bench. He's awesome. The problem is, are voters eventually at the end of the season going to use that idea that he started too many games probably against him? Probably. I think it's going to be hard for him to crack it.
All right. Carlos, what's your thoughts on Tyrese Maxey?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's a phenomenal talent. To me, I think he's a starter in the NBA. I think the next team that he goes to, he'll probably be the starter. But if he's able to play like 50 games or 40 games off the bench, it just won't be enough, because Russell Westbrook's played the entire season off the bench. Same thing with Brogdon up in Boston. Even though I think he's probably the most pure scorer out of these two, especially at this stage. Russell Westbrook in his prime, obviously much better, but at this stage, Maxey's definitely the best scorer. The problem is he's really a starter. So I don't see him winning the award just because he's supposed to be in the starting lineup.
You guys are in sync today. I'm looking forward to this. That's our deep dive on the sixth man of the year. Next up, we get excited about a big weekend of action.
The betting brand for sports fans. That's Betr. Gamble responsibly.